availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Joe.
And I'm Serena.
And we are here with Abagail. Abagail, welcome to Bachelor Happy Hour.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
Of
And
course.
some random guy next to her.
No, we are here with Abagail and Noah. Welcome. How are you guys? Welcome to the podcast.
Glad to know you still got it, even though you look like trash right now, Joe. Glad to know you still got the zings. We're awesome. We are awesome. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for coming. We haven't seen you guys in, like a month now? Last time we saw you was your wedding. Last time I saw you was in that wine bar at like midnight in the heart of Tulsa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a long night.
Who was the drunkest person out of the Bachelor Nation group of people at your wedding?
Ooh.
There was no one that was like a very obvious standout. From what I
Nobody,
remember.
everybody was a...
I feel like Anna was very hyped. When we got on the party bus after the venue to the wine bar and back to the hotel, I felt like Anna was on another level. But I
Yes,
would say
because
she was drunk.
Anna doesn't do shots. Like I've never seen her take a shot in my life. She makes Chris take all of them. And she came up to me and was like, I just did a shot. And I was like, oh, I don't know what's compelled you to do this, but we're in for a ride for sure.
I feel so honored.
I never saw anybody too lit. Everybody, just the bar, everyone stayed at the same level and just slowly kept going higher. So nobody was like...
But you know who usually says
tossed up.
that?
The
It's
person
that
that's
was the
drinking
most
the most.
lit. Yeah.
So is you guys.
Well, when Noah, when you left the golf course, I was like, I'm pretty drunk. Like we were drinking, we were shotgunning beers.
That was a long day.
Was that the day of the wedding though? Or the...
No, that was the welcome party.
Yes.
That was a
Yes.
welcome
So
party.
that's
went
the
and
good thing. That's the good thing. Since we're starting with
My computer just doesn't.
since we're starting with no format from Joe, we'll just hop right in. That
We'll
that
run
was
it back.
the good
It's
thing
fine.
about having a 3-day little bender is you didn't feel like, oh my goodness, we got to make the most. We got to party like crazy. It was kind of like spaced out, so it didn't feel as bad that it was spaced out over 3 days. And when you were drunk at 10, and I was right there with you doing shotguns, it was nice because we spaced it out. Granted, I went to my rehearsal. I was very busy. I hope you enjoyed your nap. But
Well, let's I want a little bit of a format with this podcast today because I don't want to.
That's new.
start.
But let's take it from the beginning. So, the wedding, right? Like,
Well, let's start with the third day.
no. The wedding weekend. Okay, the wedding weekend. The first we arrive in Tulsa, and you guys have a housewarming party. Whose idea was that? That was a lot of fun. That was maybe one of my favorite parts of the trip. I personally always like the first day of the trip because it's the beginning and there's so much to look forward to. I usually don't like the last day because that to me is the most depressing.
Our wedding day?
No, the day we flew out.
That's all I heard from last sentence.
I saw
The
this.
day after the wedding, where you have to fly home.
Let's
the
talk about the
house
welcome
party.
party. Yeah.
We did when we moved here our engagement party, which was a similar format, and we had so many people that didn't know each other coming from different walks of life that the house parties seemed like the best icebreaker. I don't want to have to like make sure everyone's friends and like hold more than 2 people's hands, so house party was awesome. It was so much fun seeing the different groups, and then it twinkled into the night. It just took a kind of form of its own, I guess. There's like 90 people that showed up, but
Was it exciting for you guys to like show off your house as well? I was so excited to come see the house.
Well, it was funny. I spent like all day cleaning. I was like, okay, we're finally showing off our house. And then we had so many people in the house that I felt like you couldn't even see the house. It was just like all these heads and everyone's lining up for the margaritas. And I was like, welcome to our house. But you can't see anything, but I promise it looks great.
No, it looked great. You could see it. I mean, you're going to rip up your kitchen floors anyway now, Abagail, so it doesn't even matter.
Wait, are you ripping up your kitchen floors?
we're making a few changes to
She
our
got too many.
kitchen.
She got too many compliments over the wedding weekend, dude. Too many style preference points. Now she wants to change it all up.
I
It kind
wanted
of
to change it
confused
before
her.
the wedding.
She didn't expect people to like it that much, so now she doesn't like it.
What,
She's like, I want people to hate this house.
would you ever call in outside help? For the floors.
Oh yeah, we're not.
Oh,
doing the floors.
we're
not doing the floors
I'm
ourselves.
turning a new leaf a little bit.
Yeah.
I was. I'm not. That's not a good idea. So we are going to have outside help for this one.
Okay.
Are you available?
Yeah, I could help.
I don't think you want that. I don't think you want that.
I could help.
But the welcome party was so fun. Everyone got so drunk off of whatever you were putting in those margaritas.
Your
Abigail.
margaritas.
Those margaritas were
Just tequila.
so strong.
We had to restock the margaritas after 2 hours.
I know I looked over and your sister was like walking in with 2 massive bottles of tequila.
Thank God Ivan brought mezcal. I was drinking that.
Yeah, at one point you were drinking something brown. I don't know.
I leaned in. I leaned in that weekend. I really did.
I thought it would be sweet to offer some of the bachelor people some of my like special stuff. Some of my Buffalo Trace I have under the bed.
That's what it was. Buffalo Trace.
on. What a waste. Joe was drunk, swishing Buffalo Trace around like it was Listerine. Didn't even get to appreciate it.
You know what else at the house party? Everywhere you looked, it was just Noah's face on a different body. Like all of you guys look the same. Like for those listening, Noah has like 100 siblings, and they all
sound alike
they
too.
All look
they all
and
sound alike.
so alike.
Everyone's got a baby mustache and like half closed eyes and kind
No,
of
but even like your sister, like I'm talking to your sister. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm talking to female Noah.
But like I'm waiting for one of them to like bust my balls, but they're so nice, and then
They're
I'm like,
so nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God ran out with me.
Did you guys remember all their names?
No, and don't
Well-
even ask me one.
Either.
They're all lovely. I could recognize their faces because it's just Noah's.
Okay, so then we go into day 2, which is the welcome party. Did you guys plan that yourself, or did you have a planner come in for that?
So for the rehearsal dinner welcome party, we did that on our own, just the wedding. We had a wedding planner, and basically for the welcome party, we just wanted it to be like round 2, just everyone get together, spend time, but we wanted to do it at a place that's kind of represents Tulsa. So we picked the Mayo Hotel. It's kind of one of the more historic places in Tulsa, and just thought it would be a really cool place to show off Tulsa.
That night, before we got there was like a bunch of birds that were all gathered together, and
What?
yeah,
I like where you're headed with this, Joe. This is the stuff. You get out of the city, you start to notice these things. There's birds flying around. There's grass that your feet can go on. It's a different ball game out there when you leave the apartment.
Did we tell you we ended up going to that steakhouse that you recommended, Bull in the Alley, and it took us like 3 laps around the block to find it?
Oh, to get in? Was it good?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
was
wasn't it
good.
fantastic?
It wasn't
No, it's
fantastic.
Dang.
I want
My martini was 10
next
out of 10.
next time I come, I want to barbecue in your backyard.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
some-
we got to get. That was the toss up. We had 3 days. We want people to have fun and do stuff in Tulsa that you wouldn't normally do. We didn't get out to the ranch. We didn't get to, assless chaps. We didn't get to do the things that
That's
cowboys
not our
do.
life. In
This was a good this was a good warm up, This was step 1.
Noah promised me assless chaps. And
I had a lot of promises that weekend, Joseph.
okay, let's talk about the wedding venue, because I'm not just saying this because you guys are on here. It was just an incredible
Insane.
wedding, and the venue was just so beautiful. How did you find it?
Well, and also not that like Tulsa was very beautiful. Like your neighborhoods are like really gorgeous,
A lot of
like really
birds.
well taken care of, a lot of birds. But the venue, you felt like you weren't in Tulsa. Like you felt
It was like very
it was, like,
European.
European. Oh my god.
That was the plan. You could take over. Go ahead.
So yes, our venue was to Philbrook, and I basically ever since we moved to Tulsa, I knew I wanted to have our wedding there. it's big enough. It's all outside. No shade to kind of the barn style, but a lot of venues in Oklahoma are kind of the barn style. And that just personally wasn't what I wanted. So I thought the Philbrook was. And I knew I wanted a black tie wedding just for everyone to dress up. So I thought the Philbrook was just a really fun venue just to kind of teleport somewhere else for the day. And I think a lot of people have fun dressing up, and all the outfits were elite. So
How long was the waiting list?
Well, it used to be a guy's house. That's when.
Yeah, I
Someone was
actually knew.
telling us that.
I told you that.
Oh yeah, who told you that though?
I did.
No. Actually, no, it didn't tell me. No, you're one of your best friends. I believe his name also might be Aaron. He
The one who wore the cowboy hat to the wedding.
He's the one that gave the speech at your welcome
Aaron.
party.
Yeah.
Oh, Aaron. Yeah.
I got 2 Aaron Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he gets kind of sauced up, he knows a lot of random Tulsa facts, and I'm glad that one stuck because the Philbrook we wanted to go to before we had a wedding planner. I was like, we got to go to the Philbrook. Eat Little Caesars, go to the Philbrook for the next few months, save the money. And they were like, no, it's booked. We're like, oh, okay. Then we got a wedding planner, and it was like, the world's yours. Philbrook is open, and that's when we were like, okay.
Well,
I was gonna say, how did you get it? Yeah, how did this work?
Well, so that's why our wedding was on a Monday, because we had the dilemma of all the Saturdays were booked out for 2024, and we knew we just wanted to get married in 2024. We did not want to keep wedding planning into the next year, and there were 2 dates open. There was a Sunday end of October or a Monday the beginning of October, and our wedding planner said, you obviously choose, but I will just say Tulsa weather the first half of October is beautiful, more likely to have like 70-degree weather, really nice.
No rain.
Or the second half of October is typically like storm season. And we actually lucked out because I think it ended up raining on the Sunday the other option. So we made.
Really?
Oh, really?
So the museum was closed on Monday, significantly cheaper, and it fit with the whole 3-day little, then you can take 1 day off of work sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up working actually to our favor. It ended up working better, but that's kind of how we got the thought process behind it. Yeah.
I remember going to the weekend. I was like, oh, how's it going to feel being at like a wedding on a Monday? But once you're there, you're like, it's almost like days don't exist. Like it could be any day of the week. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I'm at your house. I'm at this bar. I'm at dinner. I'm like, you're on vacation. It's like, it could have been a Saturday for all I know.
We haven't had regular jobs in quite some time. So a wedding on a Monday for me, I'm just like, okay, it's fine. It works.
On a Monday.
This podcast is brought to you by Kim Crawford Wines. The holidays are here, and with them come the joy of gatherings, festive dinners, cozy get-togethers, and celebrations with love. Whenever you choose to savor amazing moments with those who...
To elevated nighttime looks, which I feel cozy to go ice skating in, or...
Virtuo Pop coffee machine. And indulge in a world of extraordinary flavors from Nespresso's limited edition holiday coffee collection, created with French chef Jean Imbert. From the enticing flavors of almond croissant to the nutty richness of peanut and roasted sesame, make your gift unforgettable with Nespresso. Shop now at Nespresso.com.
What was your standout moment of the entire weekend? And then what stressed you out the most?
I think the standout moment for me was honestly just seeing everybody get along. I feel like that was the biggest compliment that we got all weekend that I really enjoyed. Was nothing to do with like the decorations and whatnot, but everyone just said all your friends and family are so nice, so easy to get along. And we just took a lot of pride in that because we are very selective with who we're friends with. Obviously, you can't choose family, but we left out with family. So that was just very heartwarming to know that everybody got along so well. Stress.
Well, you didn't. Oh, favorite part was that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then stressful moment. I mean, maybe it's just like coordinating with.
I think it's when we were golfing. her stressful moment.
What? No, I
Yeah.
was
I
chill that
heard
day.
there was something that
I
happened.
was chill that day. I think just the most stressful thing was we had an amazing wedding planner, but I was doing the other two parties on my own and just trying to like communicate with that many people and making sure everyone's like there at the right time. And yeah, I'm not a planner and I never want to try to communicate with that many people again. So that probably was the most stressful. Was anything stressful for you?
Yes, glad you asked. So favorite moments, Ty, probably the first look, right?
Yeah,
Hard
that's
to beat.
That's
special.
nerve-wracking. Yeah.
That was really good. That was awesome. And then my second favorite moment was dinner party, right? Lights are down, sun's gone, and we're at the top of the dinner table. Music's playing, and I'm looking out. I look to my right. I see Abby. It's beautiful. Everything's beautiful. I look, all of our friends are getting along, people that don't know each other. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, it's a crazy world, but this moment right here is good. That's like the thought I had that like encapsulated the whole weekend. I was like, ooh, this right here is good. So that was kind of my favorite. And then to tie it in with the most stressful, Thomas gave me a good idea later, right before I walked down the aisle, that I should get a cane for when we do our dance, come down. So that was probably the most stressful moment for me because I did see a gold goose cane in the Philbrook somewhere.
Like, how is this stressful?
It's stressful.
Like,
Yes,
just
I don't know.
do it?
No,
how about the
tried it.
were either of
I
you
couldn't
stressed about the
find it.
vows?
I saw the cane, never saw it again. So
I actually feel really good that you didn't find that cane. I think that's for the best.
Yeah.
If all your wedding, you're walking down these long ass stairs, Abigail's got a massive dress on with Maki and your cane. Like, that's just not practical.
And I'm laughing because he brought it up and I heard cane and I shut it down so quickly. So I don't know how you had enough time to feel stressed about it.
But if that's
He found time. He found time.
To be honest, I'm actually surprised Noah you were much more behaved than I thought you
were pretty
that you were
behaved.
going to be. I thought you were going to be pulling out shots like a cane and
no, dude, I'm married now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the cane, so I couldn't.
He tried.
How about the vows? Were either of you freaking out before your vows? Like just like nervous?
Yeah, originally we wanted to do I wanted to do private vows just because public speaking makes me nervous, and then speaking publicly about my feelings makes me double nervous.
The vows were one of the scariest things I've ever done. I did not think I was going to be so nervous. I actually have no fear of public speaking, and I literally said to my dad before we walked down the aisle, "This is what a heart attack feels like. Like, this is like a terrible moment for me."
Why it's so nerve-wracking? Because it's not like talking to your husband that's like the nerve-wracking part, but I think it's just like, for me, you're thinking about so many things. You're like taking in the moment, but then you're like, okay, there's pictures and videos going on, so you're like trying to stay composed, and then you're like, wait, I'm not crying enough. Do people think I'm cold-hearted? And it's just so many thoughts going through my head at the time. But honestly, I blacked out. I don't even remember saying.
I cried a lot.
You were perfect.
I wasn't thinking any of those thoughts. I was thinking, all right, lock in on an item. This is how you don't cry, right? Lock in on
cry.
an item the whole time. Lock in on it. Say your words. Just go through. Honestly, don't even mean it. Just get through. Okay. And then you mean it, obviously, as your marriage goes on. But I just got to get through. And then I looked to my right. Ben started crying a little, our officiant. And I lost
your brother.
I lost that focal point that I had locked in on, and I started looking at Abby. Boom, gone. I couldn't hear myself after then. So I hope the vows were good because I cried the whole time. But
I had to read the vows afterwards because I couldn't understand like the second half of them because he was kind of crying, and I just can't understand people when they're crying.
So not the best combo.
The day after the wedding, I was like, okay, I need to go read through your vows recording.
And it was funny because I had been, I work in the hospital, I work in the ICU, a lot of situations where one would cry or not cry, never cry, ever. But then I couldn't really help myself. So vows were good. Obviously, I don't care that I cried. I thought everything was amazing. But if you couldn't understand me, that's why. I did see that Joe cried a little during my vow. that kind of made it easier.
Like a baby,
I
just
did.
bawling the
I
whole
did.
time.
Just one teardrop just came down my eye.
Well, they were full, and I was like, "Is he hungover, or is this hitting him in the right spot?" you know?
Both.
Nah,
Both.
I was the perfect temperament for the wedding. Okay.
How did you guys I'm glad to hear that, Joe.
Thank you.
How did you guys pick your first dance song?
Oh,
The Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
No,
That
we
was
didn't
our
have
song.
one, actually.
We adopted that song when we were
Mhm.
dating. That was like our come out of hiding. When you're hiding in your relationship and you come out of the closet and you're like, okay, we're actually together. That's what our song was when we released it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I didn't
it's
know
the
that.
song that I picked.
Yeah.
I thought the
Is it the song you used in the reel that you posted?
Mhm.
That was our, yeah. I don't know
Oh,
how many times we've listened to that song. 1 million.
Yeah.
Do you think if I was not invited to the wedding, would you guys still have done like the fresh mozzarella and the pasta stand?
We
Or
did
is-
it just for you, Joe.
That's what I thought. That's
Yeah.
what I thought. No,
I
whose
don't
idea
know.
was that though? Because that was great.
You said that confidently like you weren't a +1 to start with. So I
But-
don't know which angle is on that one. But
Well, Noah asked us 3 times, are you coming? Because I'm not going to send you an invite if you're not
Yeah.
coming to my wedding.
I needed to know.
I said, are
Joe
we
was training-
invited?
Joe was training for a marathon. He was taking
Yeah.
it very serious.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, if you're not coming, let me know. Because then I'm not going to
I was like,
invite you.
no, that's not
Like, why? I'm like, oh, how about this? How about you invite me and then you'll see from my response if I'm coming.
I'm like, you can't corner people to come to our wedding.
I didn't want to be let down that hard, a soft wing.
Okay, so the weekend, the wedding's over, weekend's over. Honeymoon, mini moon, what do you guys do?
We went to Bitter, Idaho.
Woo!
We just got a little cabin. Really, the goal was Jackson Hole. Noah's brother has been a few times and he loves it, so it's been our list to go to. But we just wanted to get like a cabin and just have like a little bit more privacy versus like a resort. So we found one on the Idaho side, and it was perfect. We were there for a week.
I'd like to go on record and say that for about 2-3 months, I laid out this whole extravagant plan for our honeymoon about Japan and Hawaii and the Philippines. And then we ended up in Idaho. So,
Well,
Honestly,
how far was it? How far
no, I'm
was
so
your,
glad we went to Idaho. This is what I'm saying. Idaho is amazing.
how far is the cabin from Jackson Hole?
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30,
Oh,
40
okay.
minutes. So it's
And you guys rented a
That's-
car, right?
Yeah.
mountain range, Jackson, where we were staying. So about 40, you drive either way.
Okay, so you drive
was
like up
gorgeous.
and around.
And we saw moose, 1 to 3 moose every day.
It really looked like Canada from your
It-
stories.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh.
I like Canada.
Canada.
You guys should go to Canada. Like you're such like nature, mountain.
Are you talking about like the west side of Canada or like by Toronto?
Canada's
More
pretty
the
cool.
west coast, but I mean the east coast is beautiful as well.
This podcast is brought to you by Kim Crawford Wines. The holidays are here, and with them come the joy of gatherings, festive dinners, cozy get-togethers, and celebrations with loved ones. Trust me, I get it. And Kim Crawford does too. That's why they're inviting you to make every moment amazing this holiday season. That's what we call the golden hour. Whether you're catching up with friends, cooking your favorite meal, or toasting to the season, you can savor it all with a chilled glass of New Zealand's finest. Kim Crawford offers a vibrant blend of citrus, tropical fruit, and crushed herbs to make every gathering special. Because golden hour is more than a time of the day. It's whenever you choose to savor amazing moments with those who matter most. Visit KimCrawfordWines.com to learn more. That's KimCrawfordWines.com to find Kim Crawford wine near you. Savor amazing. For those 21 and over, please savor responsibly. Constellation Imports, Rutherford, California. Visit KimCrawfordWines.com to learn more.
I can't wait to get dressed up for the holidays in Abercrombie's new party looks. I've been loving and wearing Abercrombie for years now. They have everything you could ever need, from the best basics that will last you forever to elevated nighttime looks, which I feel like is perfect and absolutely needed going into the holiday season. There's nothing more motivating to make plans when it's cold out than a hot outfit. I'm someone that goes crazy for sparkles and sequins and getting compliments on my outfit. From dinner reservations to girls' night out, Abercrombie is setting the outfit vibe this season. Going into the holiday season, Joe and I have a bunch of different kinds of events coming up, and Abercrombie is going to be my one-stop shop for finding all of my holiday looks, whether I need something cozy to go ice skating in, or we have some sort of nighttime festive holiday party. I know that I'm going to be able to find everything that I'm looking for on Abercrombie. Make a night of it and shop Abercrombie's newest party looks online and in-store now.
Step into the world of Crumble, where delicious desserts are packaged in the iconic pink box. In 2017, two cousins embarked on a flavorful journey to create the best chocolate chip cookie. But that was just the beginning. Today, Crumble's weekly rotating menu features an array of desserts like Tres Leches cake and Snickerdoodle, so there's always something delicious that everyone will love. Whether you're picking up a mini cookie for a quick treat or a party pack of desserts to share with friends, every treat is crafted with love and creativity. With the mouth-watering aroma of freshly baked desserts in the air, Crumble's open kitchen concept invites you to witness our talented bakers whip up delectable treats right before your eyes, adding an extra layer of excitement to your visit. And with the convenient options for delivery and pickup available, enjoying Crumble has never been easier. Perfect for family gatherings or simply treating yourself, Crumble's amazing desserts turn every moment into a delightful celebration. Visit your nearest Crumble today. Explore the delicious options on the Crumble app and experience dessert like never before. I want to hear more about Idaho, though.
Sorry.
Okay,
I'll
so back
shut
into
up about my
Idaho.
home country.
Back into Idaho. We wanted remote. We wanted to recharge. Abby's book, our wedding. I was doing a couple reno stuff on houses. We had a really busy, tiring few months. So Idaho was like the recharge. We didn't want to just go to like a spa and do that. We kind of wanted to be by ourselves in nature, get a recharge, but still kind of classy. That's what we found in Idaho. All the food, every restaurant was amazing.
Food blew me away. Like nothing
Really?
is, like, ultra processed out there. So like every single restaurant we went to just tasted like someone was cooking it in their
I'm
kitchen.
talking somebody got the pestle mortar, grown down the wheat. It was like 3 ingredients. The first day we bought groceries because we're like, it's Idaho. Don't want to risk it. You know,
Yeah.
who knows what people in Idaho eat like. And then it was great. Then we went to breakfast and lunch. We're like, we'll try one. It was the best sandwich I've ever had, maybe. And then we're like, okay, well, that was lucky. These people, whatever, it's just one restaurant. We tried another. So then we're like, why are we buying groceries
I
at this
had the
point?
best Asian food in my life in Idaho.
Really? No
That
way.
block coming from a
Did you have to
half-break
drive? Did you have to
So-
drive to Jackson Hole, or was your area were restaurants in your area?
No, Victor was more, it's like a small town. I think it's like 1,200 people. So there's only like 10 restaurants, like kind of small ones. Jackson Hole is much more resorty. It kind of has the ski resort, all the main street. So we went to the ski resort one day, got a really nice dinner, but we honestly preferred the Idaho side. Just it was a lot more chill.
We had a couple
opinion.
driving days where we went to some lakes in the mountains, almost chopped my hand off with my drone. We had a lot of like just exploring days. Grab a bunch of snacks. See you in 6 hours.
Are you so happy you did that instead of that big trip? I feel like it would have been so much after your 3-day wedding weekend.
I knew we were going to be tired after the wedding, but I didn't realize I would be so exhausted, like mentally, socially, physically. I was just like, I want to do nothing. So yes.
And
Go ahead, Noah.
This is more important, I bet.
No, I was just going to say, like, we were with you guys the day after our wedding, like by the pool all day drinking. And I feel like I woke up the day after the wedding exhausted, but like we just kept going and everyone was still in town and I was still energized. I remember going to dinner that night. We went and said hi to my family and then we went to dinner with Joe's friends and I was dead. Like it was like a type of tired I had not experienced before.
It's like socially, like your social batteries drains, and yeah, it's just go, 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 and your body crashes.
And that's what was nice is it was like a recharge. We weren't really we didn't have brand stuff. We weren't worried about wedding posting. We weren't worrying about like anything like that. It was like sunset, moose, food.
You're living off the land.
How many animals can I see? Can I make a baby? And can we get the most out of this 5 days? And it was exactly that.
So, but like when you walk outside your cabin, right? And you're like, oh, we're in nature. What are you doing?
So, no, it's called enjoy nature.
No, but okay, but that's what I want to know.
You get some crisp air in your lungs. You look at the Teton
No, this is good.
What a beautiful view.
This curiosity is where it all starts. First it's the birds, then it's the deer. Next thing you know, you might catch a sunset and look at a mountain yourself.
And then you enjoy it with the person that you go with. So it's just conversations. We did a lot of walks with wine throughout the neighborhood.
I'm trying to find our hammock. We had a hammock that we were in Teton National Park. So the Tetons.
Yeah.
Our hammock in our backyard was facing the Tetons like every morning and night. So it was a lot of just taking stuff in, chilling, talking about Bitcoin.
When I talked to Abagail last week, she was telling me about the trip, and she was like, I don't think Joe would like it.
No, see, but that's why I think you're wrong. I think I would. I think I would like it.
I didn't think Joe would like Mexico either when we went to Tulum, and Joe loved it.
That was really fun.
And he thrived.
Except for the nature day.
The thing with Joe, no, he did not like the cenotes.
But he wasn't curious then. Listen to all these questions he's asking now.
Cenotes, I'm not interested in because I don't like bats. Bats carry rabies. If you get bit by a bat, then you have to get a rabies shot. I don't want to have to go through all
and
that.
You're talking about comfortable in the water.
You're talking about those tunnels and pools of water that the Mayans been using for thousands of years. Those
yes.
Yeah,
he doesn't trust them.
I would like Idaho because I would like to go sit outside my cabin and look at the landscape and start a fire and relax and recharge that way.
There was a wood burning, a wood stove sauna, not an electric. Like I had to go in there and get the wood started, get it warm up to an optimal temperature, then get in. Like be a very manly man, So I think that's something that you would have.
It was all about wellness. It was all health and wellness.
That's what I meant.
You would like that.
Yeah, I think I would love it. What did you X the Japan trip, or are you doing that also?
Separate.
So our big trip that I personally want to do before that trip is we kind of want to do like a family history trip. So my family is from Scotland and then he's Polish. So ideally I would love to do like a Scotland, Poland, more kind of nature in Europe. And then we'll see how much energy we have after that. And then Japan would still be on the table.
A Japan-Asia trip needs at least 2 weeks to a month. Our honeymoon, we just did like a week. I want to go and do it proper.
I really want to go to Seoul, South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
So
it has nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Okay.
Would you like to go into any other places? If we're just naming off places,
I'll stay out of this for now.
Abagail, congrats on the book. How's the book going?
It's good. It's definitely slowing down. I think writing a book, so it's a lot of work for obviously like 2 years, and then the marketing, it's just all at once. I feel like you have to cram it into 2-3 months, but then after that, it's chill. So we're in the chill period. Obviously, it's still available, so you guys can go pick it up on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but no, it's chill. And I feel that way. It was a lot.
Yeah, you had a hectic period between the book tour and then wedding planning. So it's probably nice to just kind of
we talked about that on our honeymoon. I'm so excited for this stage. I feel like it was so busy leading up to it. This last year was the busiest year of my life. And I wasn't even in the hospital. Now it's like, okay, what do we do now together?
Yeah. What's the plan?
What is the plan?
Is everyone asking you about kids yet?
I think a few years for kids, unless that whole moose honeymoon thing went,
I would know that. So
other than that, you never know.
That's what you guys were doing when you went outside.
What?
Yeah, Joe. That's what we were doing when we went outside. Way to put those together.
I spent too much time on this
What's
podcast.
next is we're leaning further into this home reno. I'm going to call it a business now. It's not yet a business, but we're leaning
Nice.
into it.
Yeah, we have a lot
I
of
like
projects
that.
put off, so that's next.
I love that. Any and then we'll let before we let you guys go. What are you doing for the holidays? Anything special? Chilling? What are you doing?
Well, funny enough, my parents just moved here 2 weeks ago.
I cannot believe still. I just can't believe that Noah convinced Abby to move to Tulsa, and then they convinced her entire family to move there. Her sister's cute little dog, both her parents. They've all within like a year moved to Tulsa.
I will say your neighborhood is very charming.
It is
I
super
could
beautiful. I can understand the appeal.
Yeah, I could
You're
do
living
it.
in Oklahoma, is that what you were gonna say?
Honestly, more than I ever thought. Like I really get the appeal of living there, having visited. You guys just have really gorgeous neighborhoods.
The city of Tulsa and Commerce is not paying me enough for this steady work I've been putting in. That's all I'm saying.
That's actually true. That is true. I agree.
But yeah, so my parents are here, so we'll be doing all of the holidays in Oklahoma. We won't be going back to Oregon, so yeah.
With them, I'm assuming we'll do kind of a
Chill, very Scottish.
because ours is fun, but ours is not chill.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of you, and your mom. I was so fun at the wedding. She was literally tearing up the dance floor. So
Wild.
It was
I
like
can
all of
imagine
you
it's a
guys,
party.
and she just like came up and started joining all of you guys.
No, it wasn't. We were at the bar grabbing a drink. Me, Chelsea, Serena C, and Anna, and your mom Noah was like, "Come on, ladies, let's dance." She got us all on the dance floor.
What do you guys do? What are you
Mother
guys doing? What are you guys doing tonight?
Are you
you free?
trying to do something with us?
No, I'm just asking. Are you just chilling, or what are you doing?
I'm doing a girls' dinner. There's a place in Tulsa that does like prefix dinners every Wednesday to like a theme, and it's like wine pairings dinner. So I'm gonna go do that with the girls tonight.
I'm golfing, and then
Nice.
I got some home projects that I'm allegedly doing later.
Nice. Well,
Always.
I want you guys to enjoy the rest of the year. You had a really busy year, so just these next few months, take some time for yourselves, relax, and enjoy it. That's the advice.
You're reading from
I thought
something.
you were screwing with them. I was like, "What are you saying? Where is this going?"
Script?
I'm like, that does not sound like Joe.
No, we agree. I don't know where that came from, but I agree. Totally agree.
Oh, that's actually.
And
I wasn't gonna say anything, and then I saw Joe like start to break character. I was like, okay.
I
this
saw
is not
Serena's
real.
face, and I'm thinking, she didn't. This is something she'd say. This is wise. I don't know where he got this. Hey, I did want to say one thing from our wedding that my family and all of our friends said. And they said, especially, even Joe was cool, I heard. But the Bachelor people, how chill, nice, down to earth, everyone, even Joe was. It's pretty
Aw,
much.
that's so nice.
Yeah, I got along with everybody.
It was just a great group of people. Like your entire guest list, everyone was so fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on Bachelor Happy Hour and taking the time out of your busy schedules. I really do want you to enjoy the rest of the year. Thank you guys for coming on Bachelor Happy Hour.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Can't wait to see